Alright everybody, welcome back to another Xvault gaming video. Xvault here, and yes, we got a special episode of Salty Batch Files. I say special because we're going in a new direction with the delusion of the Xbox Eccentrics, so there's really a lot to go over. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump to it. Alright, so like I was saying, what we're going to do is go over the latest examples of the salt from the Xbox fanboy minds deep down in there. Just a quick couple things I want to get out of here. I am still very sick, still doing this, still want to put out the videos for you, hoping my throat, voice, everything else doesn't sound too horrible. Last, you might see some cuts, yada yada. I wanted to throw that out of the way, just so if you see some things that are just not so smooth as before as far as no cuts and stuff. I like to do everything off the cuff. But that being said, let's start with the first example here. Kareem Jovian, the most recent gentleman that has recently blocked me on social media because we'll get to that receipt later, but because he likes to make himself look foolish indeed. But as you can see, if Steam came to Xbox, do you think it'll be the end of PlayStation? Now, this is their new forefront. This is their new delusion. This is their new direction I was talking about. They're talking about Steam and Epic, all those launchers, and basically Xbox being an open platform now. So basically a PC, but in console form. Okay, there's a lot to it, but let's go over here. So this part I like to pull out from Mr. J. Furno as well. It will be a step in the right direction to take on the evil, Dr. Evil, okay? Evil Japanese corporations trying to take over the world through technological advances. I don't know, games are expensive. Hopefully it doesn't increase prices, TBH. Alright, so the only evil corporations, just so you all know out there, according to these Xbox Eccentrics, are Japanese evil corporations, not American, not UK, not Canadian. All the rest of the corporations are okay. But it's the Japanese evil corporations that sets this one apart. We gotta stop that one. Sure thing, buddy. But again, pretty hilarious to see the new direction as you can see here. So, Kareem, and again, we're gonna get back to Kareem here. The ultimate receipt. But he had to kind of phrase it as this. I mean, the fact that he phrases this, and again, we're going to get to that, after what he posted, and I'll share, is insane. That he even has the gall to go ahead and show his face after what has been said. I want to save that part to the last because it is really good. It's just the ultimate burn, right? And just the ultimate call-outs, really. So let's continue. Let's go to our favorite prophet again over in New York City, the Gaming Prophet NYC. Phil Spencer says he wants to put Steam and Epic storefronts on Xbox. This would be a game changer for the Xbox platform and the game industry. This would mean future Xbox consoles and Xbox handheld owners would be able to play PC games and PC ports of PlayStation games on Xbox. So, also, just want to kind of break this down. Xbox handheld owners would be able to. Are you talking about the ROG Ally? Are you talking about Steam Deck in a way? Are you talking about possible rumors of a new Xbox handheld coming out? Are we putting more speculation out there? You need to be a little more clear, buddy. So, and again, we're talking about, so we scroll down like Droid posts, Sony's still blocking games from Xbox users on NVIDIA GeForce Now. Now, I know this is only NVIDIA and GeForce, I understand that, but I just don't think, when it comes down to it, the hilarity of it all is the fact that they think it's just an open platform, that it's just another PC. No, you're not going to be able to play these launchers on an Xbox console. Unless they ultimately make their platform PC, then yes, then it's basically going to be a PC. Or in this case, a handheld like the ROG Ally. You can essentially do that sort of stuff. You can play Game Pass, you can play Xbox, anything through the Epic and Steam launchers. You can play via PlayStation games and stuff like that, right? All that sort of stuff. But nothing's been stated, and it's just not going to happen. Sony's not going to willy-nilly just let you go ahead and put their games via the launchers. There's going to be stipulations in place. Without PlayStation having a plan in place or going in that direction themselves, which nothing has been leaked. We know nobody can keep anything under wraps nowadays. Nothing's been leaked at all that PlayStation is heading in that direction, so you know they're not going to be putting it in there. That's what makes this whole new avenue. Well, we lost the hardware sales, we lost the exclusivity talking point, we lost the wait till E3, we lost everything. So now the new narrative is that we're just going to have an open platform on console, we win, dust the hands, it's all over, right? Let's keep going here. Marius. I don't mess with this guy too much because I have him muted and all sorts of stuff and blocked everywhere because he's just an idiot. But he posted, you can see all the stuff here. Connor Aiden. So how does Microsoft make money? And this is a good point, right? Another point that I have yet to make. Steam's going to take their cut of 30%. The other 70% goes to the developers. So what benefit does Microsoft have for adding Steam to Xbox? Also the reason why a lot of PC games aren't on console. Why is that? They're not optimized for consoles, right? So there's a couple things there. Now, I don't know if his 30, 70% is 100% right. We don't know how that's going to work out. I'm sure new deals would be worked out if we're going to be factual about this. So the 30-70 is not something written in stone, so keep that in mind. But yes, there's going to have to be a profit and an incentive made towards each company, whether it be Valve, whether it be Steam, whether it be Epic and all the other developers in between those umbrellas. There has to be deals in place, right? So it's just not that black and white that you're just gonna go ahead and have those happening. It's hilarious. And then again, yeah, they're not. So again, it's not optimized for consoles. It's optimized for a PC space where you're gonna have to do the tweaking. So again, is the Xbox console gonna be an open platform? If it is, it's essentially a PC. It's a PC. And by all means, if that were to happen, there's a lot of stipulations that have to be put in place, like I mentioned. But if that were to happen, that price of that console is going to be going up. It just is. In order for certain games and things to be tweaked, there's just so much to it. So this is just an out there case. But I love how they're all just running with it. I mean, they lost everything, so they're just running with it. Let's keep going here. This is from Alex here. Mr. Know-It-All himself. He thinks he knows everything because he's a primary PC player here. If Xbox allows Steam and Epic game stores on their console, then by proxy, PlayStation games will in fact, keywords, will in fact be played on an Xbox. No, Alex, this is not in fact that it will happen. Like Miles says here, okay? One of two things will happen if that's the case. Sony published games will take longer to come to PC. Number two, Sony will actively prohibit those games from running on Xbox hardware. This has happened before, GeForce Now and yada yada. He puts the link there, right? Ginger Prime has to chime in, of course. You're not paying attention to Sony if you believe what you just wrote. PlayStation might even have its own PC app store as well, which if it runs on Windows, will run on Xbox. Now, it has been rumored that PlayStation is messing around with a PC app to make their own app for their PlayStation games accessible via PC, right? So, yes, if they have that app, but again, they're not going to allow that app on a competing platform if it's not just a straight up PC. Ginger Prime. Do you understand the difference here? Before we spurt out words, my guy, we have to understand the implications of what that looks like in all actuality. It's not black and white. It's not that simple. It's not that simple. So, but I do want to go right back up to the focal point of Alex one more time because I know he loves to call me out all the time. He likes to, the content's not good enough. It's not funny enough. This is a factual salt content. There's going to be some jokes. There's going to be some fun. I make fun of stuff. That's what it is. That's the content. Keep pulling what you need to do here. But the fact that you are such a hypocrite here, it's not, you're just always full of misinformation. You act neutral. You're not. Simple as that. You're not. We all know it. You'd be calling Andy Pants and many other delusional Xbox fanboys out there out if you were truly a neutral, but it's all PlayStation, PlayStation, PlayStation. You like to pull my stuff out. Nothing I post is non-factual. Nothing I post here is photoshopped. Everything is true. And here you're lying again. In fact, be played on Xbox. No, it's not in fact. If it's black and white, Maybe you have a point. It's not, like I just stated. So again, this just makes you look like a clown that you are. Simple as that. Make your jokes, pull from this. I'm sure one of your cronies will look through the video. Do what you got to do. More power to you. I don't watch your content. People just let me know what you say and what you do. And end of story. But let's continue because I digress here. Gaming Profit back again with Steam on Xbox means Xbox owners can buy and play PC ports of PlayStation games. So, Holiday Manny, that's not how it works. PC games don't magically become Xbox ports the moment they have an extra store. If you want to play PC games, you get a PC. Correct. Scott again. That's not all what that means. It would work just like it does with Microsoft Store, where only games that were developed for Xbox will be on Xbox. You're not going to get a Counter-Strike or PC versions of the game. Again, both correct. But what do? This is not his first post to this. He's posted many screenshots, many posts of this, real similar pictures underneath it as well, just to try to rile it up, try to spread that delusion, that misinformation. Again, salty that they cannot win at any aspect whatsoever in the gaming sphere. They still just hold on to it no matter what's happening. They're losing their exclusives. The ultimate salt, the ultimate delusion and narrative. This is just the running narrative for this last week and a half here. It's crazy. And let's continue to go on. So Xbox Series XS, again, we're putting all the steam and everything there with the pick. Metal Carnage comes across as Phil Spencer says something vague. Delusional Xbox on Twitter. OMFG, it's happening. Yes, this random shit is happening. OMG, OMG, OMG. Exactly. Reality, nothing comes of it. More than likely. Xbox blames the media, blames PlayStation, claims Xbox tax. Golden comment. Man, Xbox fanboys are a strange breed. You said it, you took the words out of my mouth. As a matter of fact, I've said this before in many videos, but this is just a golden comment and a rebuttal to this. And that's true. That's all they do. They run with it. When it doesn't turn out, when that hype and that failed assumption does drop, they have to point the finger at everybody but themselves and their own company and the own leaders that they shill for. Keep that in mind. Let's continue going on. Now, this is my favorite here. I'll be honest. Of the ones right before our final one from Kareem here. But J-Rock, PlayStation, where Xbox goes to power their dreams. Shout out to the head of Xbox hardware, Sarah Bond, knocking it out of the park. Also, a special thanks to Matt Booty for ensuring these studios and their teams show out on PlayStation. And last but not least, Xbox P3 for his incredible leadership and vision. Can't wait to see the future of PlayStation, Xbox, laughing, crying emoji, and shows the differences of the PS5 and the Xbox version of Hi-Fi Rush, where the definitive version, unfortunately for the Xbox fans, if you don't have a PlayStation 5, is on PlayStation 5. I know a lot of people out there, who cares, are going to sit there and look at shadows. Who cares is the fact that you pay to have the best version of a console version. If even on PC, this actually does better than the PC version, which is crazy to me. So all the ports don't always translate well over to PC either. But the fact that, yeah, if you had you have a 4090 in there, whatever the case is, and you're not getting the same type of textures and shadows and stuff like that, that what the PC elitists are stating is a benefit of it, aside from mods and everything else, I'd be a little hot. I'd be pretty fumed as well. But the point being, back to J-Rock here, so clearly he's being super satirical here. He's parodying everything. But this is an ultimate post of salt right here, because they're all fed up to a point. And again, I don't know why he's fed up. He's one of those top shills. If you look at any of his gaming credentials, he doesn't finish 90% of the games he plays or caps for, not even halfway through. It's crazy, but they sit there and get so mad and worked up. Like, online is their life. They don't play their hobby. They don't enjoy it. It's about the perception online and how they're looked at and how that works out for them. Unfortunate to see, but he is one of those ultimate shills and frauds. Not even really much of a gamer, but here we have this stuff here. But again, point is, ultimate salt post right here. Now, real quick, let's finish up here. I'm going to put these up side by side. This is from Kareem. This is what I've been talking about in the beginning in regards to the ultimate receipt. He went off, photoshopped, edited some stuff out, and posted this. Breaking Xbox Steam rumor alert. Microsoft has been working on this for a while now with Valve. Wouldn't be surprised if there's an upcoming announcement and a new partnership between Microsoft and Valve to launch the Steam platform on Xbox Series X and Series S devices as ... a bunch of other nonsense on there that you don't need to know. The point that he did that, and these pictures are speaking 1,000 words, like they say. Pictures speak 1,000 words, right? What an idiot. So this, we'll go over about these pictures, but Tom Warren, immediate nonsense. Even Tom Warren, a huge fanboy of Xbox and huge advocator of them, nonsense. First of all, it's embarrassing. That's from your own camp there. This is in regards to a call back in COVID, 19th of October 2020. Quite the call today. So this is just a quick little thing that they had together back in 2020. They were just throwing stuff out between Jeff Keeley, Gabe Newell, Phil Spencer, all that stuff, right? Let's go on. The other one, as you can see here. It got community noted, right? The interview shown and described in this post took place in 2020, 4 years ago. Has a link. You get community noted. He kept this up. He kept this up for a long time. I want to say he kept that up because it said 10 hours ago at that point in time. The previous one had it 6. Yeah, so 10 hours is the one I have on screen recorded capture, as you can see. I want to say it was 24 hours, if not more. I could be wrong on that. I don't want to mislead anybody, but I thought it was longer than that. Because Jeff Keeley then responded, "How irresponsible. This was from a COVID Zoom call with fans in 2020 where Gabe and Phil were answering fan questions from the public." How embarrassing, not only from Tom Warren, okay? He writes article pieces. Tom Warren is respected in the biz. He, for the most part, as soft as tissue paper as he is, he at least tries to stay the course, try to state actual facts. But that being said, it's just Jeff Keeley is another level. Jeff Keeley is ultimately a fan of gaming, whether you put him in the PlayStation camp or not, because he has such a strong relationship with Hideo Kojima, who's independent for the most part and can do all sorts of projects. And he does like PlayStation games and a lot of their content that they have, and rightfully so, but he's never shied away from enjoying great Xbox games or Nintendo games as well. He's had a lot of great working relationships with not only, Jim Ryan, over to Phil Spencer, over to Reggie Fils-Aimé, to anybody else in the Nintendo camp as well. And, he's about as neutral as you can get. People dog on him way too hard, too much. And it's unfortunate. He really is a good guy. So for Jeff to come out, a great person that got the Game Awards off the ground has continually improved it year after year. As much as some of the categories and little hiccups here and there, who else is doing something? Who else is doing something, putting that together? I don't want to get on a tangent here, but I just want to speak for a moment of the fact that he just has done so much for the gaming industry and everybody dogpiles on him. I don't always agree with the guy on everything he says and does and the methods and this and that, but ultimately his heart is in a great place and he means well, and he's just done so much for the industry, like I said, but I digress. But going through, like I said, it's just how embarrassing for someone of that caliber to call you out. He did eventually delete it, but that's why there's a lot of screen caps, because everybody knew, like, dude, this dude's gonna delete, especially after. I didn't believe he was gonna delete it, when Tom Warren was tweeting that, because he's like, oh, whatever, kind of thing, and everybody else under the sun was tweeting at him, of course, and posting and responses. But when Jeff Keeley did it, yeah, you done fucked up, man. You done fucked up. I mean, how embarrassing. He goes around, he has so many bot followers. He blames it on he used to make other content that wasn't gaming related, and he had a lot of followers for that time. I'm not going to get into that. maybe that's the case. But when you do stuff like this and so often, who's to believe you? Look at your watch to content subscriber ratio. Look at your bot followers on social media versus your ratios of likes and comments. The ultimate fraud, the ultimate shill. I have more stuff on him that I could go over. I'm not going to make this ultimately super, super long, but the fact still remains. I mean, how embarrassing. The ultimate call out. You're not going to live that down. This is going to haunt you on social media for quite some time, if not forever. It's not going to be by me. It's going to be everybody else that does hold people like you accountable. You done messed up. You put your foot in it. You photoshopped. You lied. You got called out by some of the top and one of the bigger industry peeps out there. And everybody's seen this. I mean, this made the rounds. You damaged your credibility tenfold. I hope you enjoy that. I hope your frauding and shilling really paid off for you right there, because you done messed up. I can't say it enough. I would be absolutely embarrassed, and you should be ashamed. Your followers should be ashamed of you for any of the followers you did accumulate once entering the gaming sphere. And you owe everybody an apology that has followed you for your fans. Not to me. I don't care. I've never respected you. You've always been a fraud and a shill, but you owe it to your fan base and your followers to at least apologize, because that's embarrassing. And you got a lot of credibility to make up for, buddy. But this is the ultimate salt, and this is just another avenue of what you want to create here. This is why I do what I do. Simple as that. We'll end it here. I'm not going to go on another TED Talk here for y'all, but I appreciate it. If you stayed to the end of the video, thank you so much. My voice, for the most part, has been hanging in there. I still feel like crap, but again, I wanted to put this out for y'all. I enjoy doing this stuff for y'all, and you've all been amazing. At this point in time, I have over 1,500 subscribers, and the next goal is 2,000. I appreciate that. I'm taken aback every time I look at it. Didn't know if I'd ever even get this far. So thank you all so much. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here for the facts. I'm glad you're here for the salt. And I just can't thank you all enough. So thank you again. We'll wrap it up here, and enjoy the rest of your day. And I just want you all to remember, don't be a salty batch. And we'll see y'all next time on the next Xvault gaming video. Until then, take care.